Hey, I thought I'd do a day in the life of an artist because I can only do what I want today, which is great. So I'm doing laundry. My bed is empty. And I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna listen to my new audiobook because my credits finally came through on the 5th of the month. I'm listening to the 5th book in the Callahan Garrity mystery series by Mary Kay Andrews, which has been fun. And then I'm gonna come back and start working on art. So I'll be back soon and we'll talk about art. I would like to show you my great socks that my brother got me for Christmas a couple years back. And I have 4 sets, but this is my Mona Lisa set. And I don't actually wear them that high. I scrunch them down while I run, so it's not as obnoxious. But in spirit, art history is with me. I'm walking through Savannah, Georgia, which is really beautiful, so I thought I'd share some with you while we go. So as you can see, even in November, Savannah is a subtropical climate and shows very little signs that Christmas is just around the corner. Here we go, here's a tree with some yellow. That's fall in Savannah. That's it, that's all there is. All right, exercise done for the day. Time to go home and make some art. Hello, I'm back from my run, walk thing, and showered, and now I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do today. So I have a lot of things I want to do in terms of like prep work for other things, some things I have to get done on a timeline. So I'm gonna look at my calendar, look at my list of open projects, look at my Patreon need to do, and kind of make a game plan for today, definitely, maybe for tomorrow, but then also maybe for like until January. My schedule really opens up here in a couple weeks, and so having kind of ideas of what I want to get done, I think is going to be nice. That way I don't have to like really think about it. But I also have a habit of like over scheduling myself, so I'm going to try not to do that. So we're going to do both at the same time. So this may or may not work, but let's try it. I made my list. I'm gonna do some admin work, which is like computer stuff. Well, some of you may know, I turn the Patreon exclusive videos public 6 months after they are posted on Patreon. So they're exclusive for 6 months and then they go public. That's what that means. And I have a couple of non-public that I haven't like advertised. So I'm gonna make a little ad, and I got cat hair in my mouth, and post it. And then I need to post my Patreon schedule for the month as well. Here, I'll put them here, whenever they're done, and get some news out about that. I really want to try to promote my Patreon better this month, and because I just added a new tier, actually. It's called the Outlaws Sticker Gang, and it is a sticker tier. So I used to just have a merch bundle, which was a print and a sticker, but I was like, well, as someone who loves stickers, I think if I was subscribing to my own Patreon, I would want just a sticker tier, because I was watching some YouTube stuff and someone was talking about, make a tier or make the tiers that you would want to support. And I'm like, oh, that's wise. So maybe not everyone wants an art print, maybe they're more sticker people. So I made a new little tier and I need to advertise that and things like that. So I think I'm gonna do some TikTok research as well. I already have like a big list of videos that I want to make eventually. I'm gonna go back through that because I've been really slacking on my TikTok stuff. I've been busy, and normally I just have drafts stacked and I just like post them as I go, but I don't really have any drafts stacked. I have like a few, but they don't have any audio and I don't know what to put over them. So this will help. But yeah, so let's go do some admin work. It might not be nearly as interesting to watch, but who knows? Maybe it'll be better. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to do some more Patreon like promo. So I'm gonna make these videos for TikTok today, hopefully, or at least film them and kind of get stuff going because it takes a while. And then I want to not just like post about my Patreon for like a week straight. I want to alternate. So I'm gonna find some ideas that I can make today to alternate through. I actually have this spreadsheet already made with all these ideas of stuff that I could do. So I'm gonna go through, I have some footage that I've already done. And the footage is of me like unpacking and counting bookmarks and stuff. So if I could overlay audio that talks about just stuff that, you know, relates to my niche and stuff like that. On top of footage I already have, I think that'll be helpful because it's like more visually interesting, and not being at my house, I don't have any of my stuff. So I can't like, you know, let me count stickers or whatever while I talk about sticker designs or whatever. So I'm gonna work on that for a while and then I'll film them. I had a headache and I ate lunch and I feel better now, so that's good. Just gonna keep plugging along and see what I come up with. Hi, so I filmed a ton of TikTok stuff. I haven't actually edited them. So my process is I film a ton of stuff at once and I let it sit there forever. Sometimes, I mean, really, I had some stuff I filmed, because you can see the little date. It said September 4. I was like, oh God. So I put some voiceovers over that, and I haven't captioned anything. Okay, well, sorry, process, right. So I have what I film, and then I add a captions to the video, and then I go in and I add all my stickers, all my like title stuff and things like that. And stickers take a while because I have to line them up with the audio and it takes forever. And they told me, they being the internet, told me if you do it in the TikTok app, it helps your views, which my TikTok views have been way down. And I actually left the creator fund this month, I guess last month now, it's November, because I was like, my other TikTok account that has 618 followers had a video that got 151,000 views last month when my TikToks on my account that has almost 17,000 people only get like 2,000 views if it's like a good day. So I'm figuring it out. Anyway, point is, I filmed them all and they're ready to be captioned and put the stickers on it, but I'm not in the mood, so I'm gonna let them sit there for a while. I think now I'm gonna work on a Kelly's Best comic because I need it, because I need to queue it up for Monday for it to be early on Patreon, because Patreon gets access a week early. 2 weeks early? I think it's 2 weeks early. So I need to have it done, right? So I'm going to do that. And then, let's see, looking at my list, I have some commissions to do, which I need to do. I need to find a free wallpaper for this month for November. Sometimes I draw them new, sometimes I don't. I think I might take my Patreon print from March, which is this starry night window with this cat, and turn that into a mobile background. I think that'll be nice. And it's something I already have, so it won't take very long. I'm reading my list under my phone. And then, ooh, I already did that. Cool, taking TikTok prep off of the list. I need to put my Patreon schedule onto my socials. I'm gonna do that tonight at like 9 o'clock, I think. I kind of want to spread out my posts so I'm not like posting. Like there's a little breathing room. I have, and it's in my drafts from months, weeks ago, like everything else. And it was a filter where people were like, oh, who would my partner Pokemon be? And you like hold it out, and then above your head is a circle, and it like flickers through Pokemon, and it shows you who your partner would be out of the Kanto. And I got Mew, and it was really cool. And so I've been thinking about the drawing I want to do to show that, and I think I want to have like a young 10-year-old Kelly like doing some doodles, and Mew is there like hanging out and watching. So I want to do that. It's super self-indulgent though, which ends up being my best work, but it's like I have things to do that need to be done versus could be done. So the jury's out on that if I'll do that today. I did film my TikToks, so that's awesome. So I can delete that, goodbye. And I made my YouTube videos public, and I put out to ads for that, which is cool. I saw someone do a video where they filmed their computer with the video playing. I was like, that's such a good way to advertise YouTube videos. So I did that, and I thought it looked really cute. And I was watching it, and I had long hair still because they're from 6 months ago, right? Because Patreon gets the exclusive videos, and then, you know, they're 6 months later public. And I'm like, I miss my long hair. So now I want to grow my hair out long again. And I say that in the winter, and then in the summer, I'm like, oh my God, get away from me. But that was an emotional experience that I didn't anticipate. And then my list says I need to make a plan for my newsletter, which I do. But I like to have my free wallpaper done before I send my newsletter out, because then like the first thing on the newsletter is, look, free stuff. So, caveat, I'm not sure if I use that word correctly, but if you would like to be notified of free stuff every month from my shop, go sign up for my newsletter. I think it's on the info tab of my website, and you can be told when free wallpapers are up. So that's cool. Thumbnail for my art club. My art club this month is Cozy Place, and I need to thumbnail that. I was a bad art club leader, and I didn't do it last month. I just ran out of time. I was so busy in October between school and midterms, and we had a hurricane and field trips and life. I got to the end of the month and I went, oh my God, I just didn't do it. So I'm gonna try really hard to do it this month. And then I would like to finish my sketchbook. I failed in Inktober, which that video is coming out in November on Patreon, and then 6 months later for public, telling them how and why I failed in Inktober. So I didn't fill up my sketchbook, but I only have like, so looking at blank sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, that's a lot. It's a lot more than I thought. Okay, pages, since they're so thin, I'm not drawing on the backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, that's all I have left. I would like to put on a Christmas movie, even though it's only November, and draw in my sketchbook. And just kind of doodle and get a lot of thumbnail stuff going on, because this doesn't have much of that, I don't think so. Yeah, this is a lot of like finished drawings because it was for Peachtober, right? So it's got a lot of finished stuff, or, you know, practically finished. So I would like some good like thumbnailing doodling time. I think that would be nice. And that's all I have that I would like to do this weekend. That's a lot. I understand that. I probably won't get it all done, but I would like to get started on some of it. So, Kelly's Best Comic. Here we go. Hello, it's a little while later, but I finished my comic, which is great. I like it. I think it's funny, and this happens, I'll put it up here, ta-da! And this happens all the time, where everyone in my house only seems to own black t-shirts, so this is frequent. But yay, I'm done. So if I look at my little list, I love making lists. It helps me pretend to organize my anxiety and chaos. I'm gonna do my free wallpaper next. Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know what I'm gonna do for it though. Oh no, I already said that I'm gonna do the window. Right, so that should be easy. And then maybe I'll build my newsletter. So how it works is I get so many emails on like the commerce plan I have every month, and so it resets, I think on the 3rd. So I think I should have everything set up so I can send stuff out. So yeah, that should be good. Let's do that. So I will not be doing that. I have done so many Patreon things now. I guess I don't remember what I did because that was my wallpaper for March. So I'm going to do something else. All right, I have a plan. I'm going to take this guy from Peachtober, Inktober and turn him into a print. I might crop him so he's just like front and center. Maybe, we'll see. And then turn him into a kind of like print format, but also use him as a wallpaper. So then I can have him as a mini print for conventions, but then also a digital download online. Yes, that is my plan. Okay, cool. Hi, it's later. I finished the drawing. That's gonna be my free wallpaper for the month, and it's very zen, very calm before the holidays. Also a little referencing Naruto because I read all of it over the summer, so that was great. But this will be for my website probably like tomorrow. I'm tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow I'm gonna pick up on my list where if I look at it, it says I have lots of things to do. Fun. All right, lots of options. Well, good night. I'll see you in the morning. Hello, it's morning. I made food. Yay. And I've been doing some Pinterest stuff I wanted to show you. So I've heard Pinterest can be like really awesome, and I don't utilize it very much, but I just queued up all of my Patreon stuff plus the free wallpaper and got it all ready to go. So I need to learn more about Pinterest, but I think this is a start. So now I'm going to build out my newsletter. I made some notes to have what to include. I don't have any new merch that I know of. So it'll be a small newsletter, but that's okay because I have a lot of Patreon news. So I'm going to do that and then I'll show you what I did. All right, so I built my newsletter out. It took a while because I made some graphics. I only had one thing I made this month, and that was even like yesterday, so it wasn't even for the month. I was very busy, but I showed people what's in my secret shop, which is some stickers, a bookmark, some prints, and then the new videos on YouTube that became available to the public. This I had to build in Illustrator, so that added some time, but all the wallpapers that are on Patreon, which is quite a few of them, and all the printables that are on Patreon too. So if someone subscribes, they get access to everything that happened beforehand, so they get access to all of those at once, which is, you know, pretty cool. And then all the news on Patreon, my new sticker tier, my schedule that I've updated with my new stickered guy, so that was fun. The downloads for this month, the mail club for this month, and then the video I put up last month, this month's art prompt for art club, the art I made for last month, which doesn't even count because I did it in March and I just held it until October because it was spooky themed, and then the comics I made last month, which were actually made in September, and then the bunny comic that was available last month was actually made, oh, I don't know, maybe in June. And this was me during Halloween. I was a crayon. And that's it. And so now I'm ready to send it out and, I don't know, connect with my people. But if you want to subscribe, the best way to do that is to just go to my website. Where is it? There it is. And then on info, and then you can just subscribe. It's super easy. You get an email per month and it's like all the updates in one spot. And so if you really like my stuff, you can keep track of it. And there's always a freebie at the top of the email. So I think I finished all my admin stuff I wanted to do. I got everything on my calendar. So I have a schedule for what to post when for the next couple of weeks, which is nice. And I'm trying really hard to promote my Patreon. So I have a big strategy for that. But now I'm gonna work on my commissions. So I have 2 of them to do from Savannah Comic-Con, I believe. And so I have my sheet, which is right here, that I filled out at the convention with all the info. And so now I'm gonna put on some music and jam and draw. All right, so I've worked on my commissions for a little bit, but I'm gonna go to a comics panel and then come back for the evening, finish them up, and then I think we'll be done for the weekend. Hello, I'm back from my outing, and that was good. I'm glad I went. Sometimes it's really easy to like get in this like hole of creating and making stuff, and I forget that human contact is a good thing, so I'm glad I went. I'm going to talk about some things that they talked about that I thought would be nice to talk about here in a voiceover while I work on the last part of that commission. So I think the thing that they talked about that was most helpful to others, rather than just talking about their process, which is interesting and I like hearing about, but isn't able to be applied to other people as easily, is there were some questions at the end about time management, and I think they all had interesting answers. I don't remember exactly who said what, but I do have a little summary here. One of them had said that it's overwhelming to have a big project sometimes, and breaking it down into little doable steps can be really helpful. And even if you do one small thing, like a day, it still counts. Now, in my opinion, is that sustainable for full-time income? No, but we all have days where it's hard to do anything. We're just unmotivated or tired or whatever. And even just doing one small thing. And her example was like inking one head on one panel. That's something, and it counts. You did something that day. So trying to do one thing per day is helpful. And then Rashad specifically talked about warming up with something fun. So drawing uses hand muscles, right? It's a physical activity. So warming up can be beneficial. And he talked about warming up with something that you want to draw. And that might help you surpass the urge to not want to draw at all, where if it's like, oh, I get to draw something fun, and then once you're warmed up, you're kind of into it, you're like, okay, I'm ready to jump in to the big project. And I thought that was really helpful. Hello, I'm done. So I did a lot this weekend. Something I try to do on my like Google Calendar, which has like a bunch of different like calendars on the calendar, so you can like organize stuff into like, tasks or chores or work or school or whatever. I have a productivity one where I put down everything I accomplish, and I think it really helps me feel like I'm doing something with my art versus, oh, I didn't get anything done. Now I look back, I'm like, oh, I actually got quite a bit done. So I'm excited to update that for today, but I also finished my commissions, which is great, so I can send those off. And here they are, a couple OC, well, one OC and then one character from an existing fandom, so that was fun. And my commissions, I email them the digital file and they get a physical copy. So I will mail those out at the end of the week when I pack the rest of my orders. And yeah, thanks for coming along with me on this vlog. Kind of new. Normally I just like focus on like one project, but this overall vlog was great. And thank you to my patrons who support me and help me out, and it's really great. Thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a patron or seeing what all that entails, go check out that link down below. That should be good. But I feel good. So that's a weekend in the life of a freelance artist who has a lot to do but not enough time. And yeah, have a good day. Thank you.